Hey there, this is Chris Cox. Welcome to my channel and thanks for checking out this video. I'd like to share today some things I'm learning about Microsoft CoPilot and artificial intelligence. I'm recording this video in September of 2025, knowing that things might change over time. Just thought I would let you know about that. I'm really enjoying using Microsoft Copilot. And I'd like to share a few ways that it's improving my life and hopefully adds value to your life. So, one of the first things I like to use it for is just planning, a day. So, for instance, a good question. So, the website is copilot.microsoft.com. You just open your web browser and you could ask it a question, any question really. So, um, give me some fun ideas of things to do in my town. Just as an example of what it can do for you. So I've hit enter, and this is my town, Greenville, South Carolina, and it's giving me some locations of fun places. Frankie's Fun Park, Falls Park on the Reedy. There's a breakout games, an escape room, the zoo, the children's museum. There's tons of different options. You might try this yourself and get some ideas and build an agenda for a fun day, a fun weekend. So that's something that I found surprisingly good. Another example of something you could use Copilot or artificial intelligence for is health. And so I'm not suggesting certainly that you use it exclusively, but sometimes I will have a health related question and I won't be right at the doctor's office or I won't have access to them. Or maybe I'll forget to ask the question while I'm there. So you can use Copilot to give you some easy health advice. For instance, I recently had a high blood pressure reading a few months ago, and luckily it's coming under control and I'm getting my blood pressure, it's back to normal. But I think Copilot helped me with that, so let's just put that in here. um, how can I reduce my blood pressure? You just ask a question and it gives a really good response. Limit sodium, that was certainly something I did. um, Change your diet to more fruits and veggies. But then it's not just that, it tells you to add potassium, which I honestly didn't know helped with blood pressure. Add magnesium foods. So you can see there's a lot of different strategies here. It can be very powerful if maybe you only remember the one from your doctor, limit your sodium, but it gives you even more ideas. Exercising, losing weight, limiting alcohol, tracking your blood pressure to see what's working for you, which I certainly have done some of these things, maybe not all of them. Another health related question might be, how can I reduce my cholesterol? Of course, I'm talking about blood cholesterol. Um, Eat more fiber, choose healthier fats, add plant sterols, certainly something that I could be doing. Add more whey protein. So, yeah, and exercise. Some of these things I know, but the Copilot AI is really compiling from many different websites in really a split second, a really good plan for doing things. So I hope this adds value to you because I think, as some people say, health, your personal health is the most valuable thing in your life. Another way you can use Copilot if you're trying to save money. um, Inflation has taken a bite out of everybody's paycheck. So let's just ask Copilot, how can I save money? So yeah, I mean, it even knows, of course, from some of my past um, queries that I have a goal to increase my income. So it learns more about you. And while that can be scary to some people, it really isn't that scary to me. I think it's good that it's customizing the responses to consider my other queries and not just ignore it and treat me like a stranger every time. Think about your doctor, think about your hairstylist, or think about the people, your family. They know you. And so I think it's good that the artificial intelligence is a database that ends up knowing you, and it ends up knowing more about you so that it can custom tailor the response so that it doesn't contradict something else in your life. So here, what are some tactical money saving moves? Automate savings, track your spending, cancel your subscriptions that you're not using, buy generic, meal prep. So many different um, ideas using the library over buying the book on Amazon. So some of these things are common sense, but isn't it great that it's just reminding me to do these things and have, some goals? Um, so I really like that part of it. Hopefully that can add some value for you and really encourage you to use it. It's a free tool. I'm not paying anything to use it. Um, Another way, so if you're a little bit like me, I know you see some content on my channel about running. If you're a fellow runner, hi, uh, I love running. I love other runners that are passionate about staying healthy and really showing people how beneficial running and exercising can be. So let's ask it to come up with a weekly training plan. Can you create a weekly training plan for me to increase muscle mass, which is one of my personal goals, and increase my running speed? Now I'm typing it. You can obviously use voice dictation. Just for the video's purpose, I chose to type. Yeah, okay, so it basically says, hey, this is a great idea. Um, on Monday, do upper body strength and do some sprints. On Tuesday, do an endurance run, or do an interval run. Do some planks and Russian twists. Wednesday, do lower body strength. Do squats, deadlifts, lunges. Obviously, no run that day. It's giving me a whole weekly plan that I could follow. Now, does it break it down even more? It gives a lot more detail. So progressive overload, increasing your weight, making sure you're getting enough protein, get your recovery, make sure you're not skipping sleep. Um, and it does give detail about what the Monday sprints should look like, what the Tuesday intervals should look like, what the Friday hill sprints should look like. Wow, that's a lot of detail, just from a simple one sentence question. So this could be really, I hate to use the term, it's almost overused, but a game changer, something really helpful to you. Finally, I do use this at work. Now, you have to be careful because if you're like me, your work, there are things that you don't want to share with an artificial intelligence database is basically a huge database, and it's storing some of this information. So I have to be careful when I craft my question that I'm not giving it information that might be secret to my company, that might be proprietary, that might be the intellectual property of my company or another individual. But let's face it, at least in my work, I'm not dealing with a lot of the top secret things. I might be trying to teach somebody or mentor somebody about how to do their job better. So, one sort of hack that I've come up with is that I will literally dictate into my phone some tips, tricks, how to do something, and then I will cut and paste it into Copilot and have it summarize it. And so that's a really useful way to use Copilot because the output of Copilot, let's just give it a really maybe simple prompt. Summarize a plan to um, plan every week with intention to increase quality first for a engineering worker. Now again, what I would be doing is sort of dictating into a notes application using the voice recognition, and I might be talking for 30 minutes. Nobody wants to hear that 30 minutes probably. Um, but could what the AI will do is it'll take that 30 minutes of talking and um, the note will create text out of it because of the voice dictation, the voice recognition, and then it will organize that into, a very cohesive response, maybe a single page response. So here's what it's giving me just from that one question. Sunday or Monday, strategically set your week up. Have a daily rhythm, a morning check in, a midday pulse, end of day reflection. On Wednesday, how are you doing? Friday, wrap up your things that you're working on. And it's actually recognizing some of the things here that I have been working on. So just keep that in mind. I think it's a really powerful tool. I wanted to share it with you, and I hope you'll give me your comments. How are you using AI? If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you like this content and want more, please let me know. And I can try to make more videos about how to use Copilot. Let me know how you're using Copilot or ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Apple Intelligence in your daily life. I would appreciate any tips, tricks that you're learning along the way. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.